Hello, this is Hannah with Hannah Crafted Gifts, and I'm back for my third day in a row on video. I don't know if I'll have posted these 3 days in a row or even around the same time, honestly, but I've had 3 classes in a row: a makeup, a paper pumpkin party, and then a craft class today. I try to do 2 a month, and it just ended up 3 in one weekend for the first time. So I wanted to share with you from my hand-penned suite craft class what we made today. So first up, and I want to thank my teammate Nina King McMillan is her full name, for showing me how to make this secret gatefold card. So I first wanted to show off the beautifully penned DSP that is currently part of the Celebration offer just through the end of September. So if you like this DSP, get it while you can. It's free with any $50 order before tax and shipping. So it's this beautiful black and white paper, and of course you could do the card just black and white. In fact, during my class when I made one along with my friends, I did just do the black and white version. But this first version, I wanted to show them what it could look like just black and white, or just colored, or both. So I started coloring in this bottom corner with the Blushing Bride and Mint Macaron that coordinates with the suite. But of course, since it's black and white paper, you could do any colors. I used markers, you could use blends. And again, any holiday, any season, you could make this paper work. So it could be Christmas with more of a traditional red and green, or it could be spring like the colors I chose, or really anything. But this is a simple thank you card, or so it looks from the front at least. And by the way, this is the ribbon from the Cute Halloween suite in the holiday catalog. So just showing a different way to use that gingham ribbon, because it is just black and white, although you could color that in as well. And the thanks for this comes from the Artistically Inked stamp set. My friends in the class, of course, used the hand-penned stamp set, but when you open this up, it's called a secret gatefold because then it opens one more time. So you can see I did the same thing on this DSP where I started coloring and then kind of faded into the black and white. I even did the same thing on this sticker that I used from the Memories and More card pack. This class was really all about featuring that Memories and More card pack, and again you can see I had the color fading up here. I recommended that if my friends in the class didn't want to use the stickers, which I gave each of them some stickers to use, then they could stamp the beautiful flower, any one of the beautiful flowers in the hand-penned stamp set there. When I've made these cards before, I've stamped my sentiment here, and then on the inside you have the place for your more personal message. So that's the secret gatefold card. Again, really showing off that beautifully penned DSP from the Celebration catalog. Again, this is the black and white version, same thing, just without the color, and you can see, so I didn't color in the sticker on this one, slightly different sticker. It's great that that card pack comes with colored stickers and just black and white stickers, so you have the option. But again, this class was kind of all about the Memories and More card pack and the Memories and More cards and envelopes, and you'll see that more and more as we go on. I want to shout out before I forget my good friend and partner in craft, Renee Ewart. She is, I call her a champion of the Memories and More products. She does beautiful things with them, and some of these things I actually learned through her. And so you can check her out to see more of what she's done. She's on YouTube and all the things, but she has some great tutorials for some similar things to these on her YouTube channel. So here is the next card we made, and this really features the hand-penned suite DSP, again, as well as those Memories and More card pack cards. So this is one of those 3x4 cards from the card pack, and this is a flip-flop card. So it opens once, there's another sticker, and then it opens again, and it shows off both sides of that beautiful DSP. But from the front, you might not even know that it's going to flip-flop because this DSP kind of lines up. So that was one version of the card. There was also this version. That one says Carpe Diem, by the way, and I thought that went really well with the sentiment. I think it was Anything is Possible or something like that from the stamp set for my friends who had the stamp set and wanted to use that. This one says Gather Happy Moments and opens this way, and I thought that one was a good one for Feel Better Friend from that stamp set. Another sticker on the inside there to match the DSP. And then this one's a little different. So this one opens horizontally. This is actually one of the 6x4 cards that come in the Memories and More card pack. So instead of having to cut your own well, this was cut down, I guess, to 6x3, because that's what you need for the flip-flop. Or no, 6x4, I'm right, sorry, 6x4. So instead of having to cut your own 6x4 piece of basic white, you can use one of the large cards as long as it has a sentiment that would work as the front of your card, like this one does, Cultivate a Good Life. I did, because of course they're double-sided patterned, sorry the light's kind of blowing that out, I did put a piece of basic white matte there we go, in here so I could write my message. Here's Chandler, by the way. He's been walking back and forth in the background if you haven't noticed. So that would be a way that you could really just use the Memories and More cards. Another version of this card that I did, but vertical, once again used actually this exact same 6x4 large card from the card pack, but then I put one of those 3x4 smaller cards on top of it. And for all of these, I was putting that front card up on dimensionals because I love having something on dimensionals. Sorry, Chandler's pawing at my crafts over there. And I used a couple of the stickers, one on top of another, to give kind of a double frame there to this thinking of you sentiment. So this one opens this way, and once again, I put the mat on the inside so I could write more of a message. So that was our second project. And then this last one, this is the one that I watched Renee's tutorial. I had seen these being done, but it was her tutorial that taught me how to do this. This is an envelope bag using the Memories and More cards and envelopes. Very, very simple to make, but such a cute little project. And I used, again, the card pack cards to decorate the front. What I did was for each of my friends in the class, I gave them several of the card pack cards that perfectly matched the DSP that I gave them from the suite to make envelopes for little mini cards. So you can see mine match the envelope from the Memories and More as well. So I'll show you these little cards I made. I took 2 of the cards that came with these envelopes, which are 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. I cut them down to 6 by 4 and I cut them in half, so they were 3 by 4. And that's what allowed me to use 6 by 6 pieces with my retired envelope punch board from Stampin' Up! To make these envelopes. And I cut the cards such that you could still see the pattern, this pool party polka dot pattern on one side and the white on the back. So I cut the card, here's one of the cards, I'll show you. So obviously you would fold it in half, and then I cut it this way after, again, trimming a 1/4 inch down around the edge. So cut it in half this way, and that's how I got that design on one side and just the plain white on the back. So here's my first little card. Every now and then, and I can write on the inside, I think of you, or I miss you, or something like that. And then I have these 2. I'll kind of show you them together because they're very similar. I wanted to have some options because it's a great little set of cards to have maybe in the car with you to hand out as needed throughout your day or week, or a great little gift to give someone. So these, I took one of the 3 by 4 cards, just cut it in half, and used those as basically DSP. And you can see, hopefully on some of these, you see that I've used the Genial Gems, which were part of this suite, the mint macaron ones, just to give some interest to my cards. I often like to put them in the center of flowers. This one says, "Live life in full bloom." So for these, you can tell I fussy cut out from the card pack cards, but you could just go ahead and put the whole card pack card on the front. This way, though, you do get to see the beautiful design underneath. And I just think it makes it a little more interesting if you don't mind fussy cutting. So that was our third project, and everyone's was a little different because, again, everyone got different DSP for their envelopes and therefore different card pack cards to coordinate. Obviously, the whole suite coordinates because it's all the same, few colors, but it was even more coordinated to the few colors within those few colors that each person got. Some other things that I made with leftovers, because when you trim your card bases to make those mini cards, you're going to end up with little strips. So I took those and wove them together and made this card. And the background here, so these are the strips from the cards woven together, one over the other and under the other. And then this is the envelope, because of course you use 2 cards but 1 envelope, and so you have an extra. So I used the envelope, cut that apart to use some DSP, just a simple thank you. And of course I had this part of the envelope left over. I had a little strip after another card I'm about to show you, so I put that on the outside of just a regular envelope. Here's the other one I made from an envelope. Here's the bigger piece of that pattern strip from the back, and a couple of the card pack sticker labels. I do, again, like to have dimensions, so this is actually up on dimensionals, and so is this. So I stamped on the label, and I thought it was a little flat. So then I stamped on a piece of cardstock and popped that up. And I also, when you have the colored labels, they have a border that ends up left behind on your sticker sheet. So I cut that out and put that around my white label just to add a little more. And of course I have a second label on top of that under this sentiment. So just another option. As I was using up my scraps, I got less and less excited about what I did with them. But those I thought worked out pretty well, and I was just trying to see, you know, how far I could make my things go. Here's a couple more simple, super simple cards I made with the Memories and More card pack. So this one is just one of those 4x6 cards. I did fussy cut out the sentiment and the flowers that are attached, and then pop that up on dimensionals, add some gems, and it's just a postcard. So I just put basic white on the back. Here's another postcard, again, super simple, not many additional supplies. Popped up a piece of basic white that the sticker was on, so the sentiment would still have some dimension, and added some basic white baker's twine. Again, just white on the back. A couple more like that. These I cut down so I could do standard size cards, so I could use standard envelopes. So this is cut down to, let's see, 4 by 5 1/4. So I have that little border on my 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card. And I did cut out the label, but like only to here, and the leaves on the flower, but only to here, and then popped those sides up on dimensionals. So it has some dimension as it goes towards the flat center. This one is flat except for my sentiment, which I stamped that thanks again from Artistically Inked, and then fussy cut that out and put it on top of a sticker. And this is just one of those cards, again, cut down. It's like giving you extra DSP for your suite. So that's all I did with this suite. And I guess that's all I'll show you. I do have a couple other things that this kind of influenced. Maybe I'll do a separate video for that because this is long enough. So thank you for letting me share that with you. If you liked this video, you can, of course, like it by clicking so, and that helps me. You can comment, I'll reply, and the most helpful thing you can do to support me is subscribe for more videos. I do show and tells, tutorials, unboxings, events, so please stay up to date with me if you're interested. But for whatever you do or don't do, I wish you happy crafting, and thanks so much for being with me.